Hey guys, I just want to take you through the unbiased trades equity size calculator that I've made. I've been using this for a while, but it only came to my head to think maybe other people would want to use this and it would be beneficial. So hopefully if you guys see this, you'll be interested. I will put it up for sale for a very cheap price. Let me know how much you'd be willing to spend on something like this. But I'll take you through it very quickly. It's quite simple, it's very easy to change. The idea of it is to use this just before market open or when you're planning your trades, so you have a very clear idea of where your stop price is, where you're looking to enter, and where you're looking to take profits. And just overall keep your risk very well managed. So let me take you through it. So there's buying power, so you can adjust this all the time. So you could adjust it every day, or you can keep it constant, whatever you'd like. So let's say the buying power is 15,000. 2% exposure is kind of a lot, so let's change that down to 1%. Sometimes I use 0.5, but 1% can also go. Then your exposure of that buying power. So you should never be using your full buying power. I'd recommend normally 20 to 30%, 30% being aggressive, 20% being quite conservative. So let's go 20%, let's be reasonable. So that means my exposure per trade is 3,000 and my risk per trade is 150. So we can just type in a ticker. So let's type in yesterday's ticker, VY. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, VYGR. There you go. VYGR. My entry on this was 410, but this is before pre-market planning. But let's just say I'm using my trade yesterday as the example. So let's say I was looking for a 410 entry. My stop was going to be over 420, and my target price was going to be very in the money at 360. So that gives me my full share size of 731, a risk to reward of 5 to 1. I am risking $73 to make 366. My risk in cents is 10 cents, and my target is 50 cents. My exposure of the count is 19.98%. And yeah, it keeps everything very even for you. You don't have to worry about it being in decimals or whatever. I make sure it's all rounded up. And now I'll show you this, which is the scaling amount. So you can adjust this completely. You can change to whatever you'd like. Just make sure you put a percentage sign at the end. So I can make it 25%, 50%, and then another 25, let's say. So let's say the first 25% was at 380. My majority was at 4, and then I got 410. So if I was willing to scale into the trade for the 410 average entry, with a 25% only being at 410, 50% being at 4, and 25% being at 380, my average price would be 398. So I can just add that into it, and that can adjust my risk and my share size to be appropriate if I was going to scale in and I don't believe I'm going to get the perfect entry or something like that. Also, you can change this on the fly. So let's say you got into the trade, and I'll just use VYGR again. Let's say you got into the trade, but actually you missed the initial short at the 4s, and you got in at 370 or something like that. And then you had to risk quite a lot. So let's say you're risking the break of 390 because that's where it rejected. And then my target price was, I don't know, low 3s. You can do that, and it's very quick. I would always recommend doing this before you take any single trade, because then you know clearly where your risk should be. You clearly know your share size for it, and it's very easy to look at. It's quite easy to know what you're doing in the middle of the day. Yesterday you had a big loss day, and now you want to make sure you're keeping your capital. You can change that 1% risk to 0.5 and no issues there. And then you've reduced your risk even more, and now I'm only risking $75 instead of 150. So I hope that explains everything for you. If you need any help or questions about it, leave them in the comments. I'll be posting this on Twitter as well. So just let me know if you're interested, and I'll put it up for sale somewhere for a reasonable price. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.